My name is Crystal Gray. I've been leading yoga teacher trainings online and in person since 2014. In this video, I'm going to tell you why the reasons you think you can't be a yoga teacher are actually the reasons why you'll be great at it. Don't believe me? Well, just keep watching and you'll see. Okay, so I have 6 top reasons why most potential yoga teachers think they can't do it or will be terrible at it. 1, I'm not good enough or can't do advanced yoga poses. I hear this all the time. Here's the thing, students, mostly beginners, would usually much rather go to a class with a teacher that isn't posting pics of handstands and arm balances all over social media. Do you know how intimidating that is? They'd feel much more comfortable going to a class with a teacher who they feel won't have them trying to do crazy poses. And isn't that what we want? To encourage new students to actually be brave enough to come to a class in the first place? Yeah, exactly. So you can stop worrying about that right now. There are tons of people out there that don't care about doing crazy advanced poses. I mean, that's not really the goal of yoga, right? The goal of yoga, at least to me, is to feel better after class than I did when I walked in. And you can most definitely do that without teaching any super challenging poses. 2, I'm too out of shape or not skinny enough like other yoga teachers. Like number 1, who do you think a student would rather go to? Someone who they feel has a similar body to them, or someone with a body that seems completely out of reach? I know you probably think that students only want to go to someone with a yoga body, whatever that is, but they really would rather go to someone who has a body like theirs because they know that teacher will get them. It's hard for a super skinny teacher to know how to move a tummy out of the way in forward folds or twists, or how to maneuver a larger chest or whatever. Students will love that you know how to cue them and you're basically just telling them how you do the pose. Cool, right? 3, I have limitations or injuries that prevent me from doing a lot of poses. What better way to know how it feels not to be able to do everything? A student with limitations will feel much more comfortable going to a teacher that understands what it's like to not be able to do all the poses and to not expect students to be able to do all the poses. Next one, I'm too old. Along the same lines, right? Students, again, will feel much more comfortable going to a class with a teacher closer to their age. When you're of a similar age, you just get what your students are going through. And speaking from experience and as a teacher who's gotten older, it's challenging as a new teacher when you're young, in shape, and flexible to understand what it's like to be someone who's not. You'll be able to give better instructions because you know what it's like and what it feels like in their body. Maybe not exactly, but you have a much better idea. 5, I don't like speaking in front of a crowd. Who does? I mean, sure, I'm sure there's some people out there who love to get up in front of a crowd and talk, but I don't think I've ever had someone go through my yoga teacher training programs that were super psyched to get up in front of a room full of students and teach. I mean, yikes. I know it scared the crap out of me in the beginning. Here's why it's not as bad as you think. You're not just going to be pushed out in front of people with no plan. If you go through a training like mine, you'll get all the tools you need to feel confident in planning a class, and you don't really have to think too much about what to say because you're going to be teaching poses and guiding them through. And in your training, you'll learn everything you need to say and do so that it's not like you're just going to go up there and there's all this empty space you have to fill with words. If anything, you can use that to your advantage and be quiet. Students love when there's an opportunity for them to really get into the moment and feel yoga in action. And it takes some quiet time for that to happen. 6, I'm new to yoga. I know of a lot of programs that say you should have been practicing for a certain amount of time before taking a YTT, but it's my belief that if you're super excited and interested in it, what better way to follow your heart than to jump right in and learn everything you can about it? I also think it's easier on my part because I can teach you just how to do things correctly, which makes it way easier on you and me because you don't have to unlearn what you already know. So there's the top 6 reasons why most people think they can't be a good yoga teacher. And I hope that you truly understand now that those reasons are unfounded. Some of my most successful yoga teacher training graduates came into my training thinking one of those thoughts, but coming out having packed classes and turning down teaching opportunities because they are in such high demand. Don't let that mean voice in your head keep you from creating the kind of impact you want to create in the world. Let me know in the comments why you thought you couldn't be a yoga teacher, but how now you realize it can actually be your secret weapon. If you are ready to follow your heart and take the leap, I'd love for you to check out my Confident Yogi programs and yoga teacher trainings so you can learn to be the most confident yoga teacher around. Click on the link in the description to get started today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you never miss any of my yoga education videos that will continue to build your confidence so you can take the next step in your yoga journey. Thanks for watching.